Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have an interesting job. It's actually a job lot. I have these tablets from work. Some tablets that my colleagues use to pick and pack the orders. And the problem with this one, there's another one down on the floor that's put to charge. So the problem with these ones is that even though they're rugged tablets and they did cost a lot of money, they're not rugged at all. So I have three here that have a broken digitizer, but fortunately the screens are still working. I have these two, one with a dim display and one with no display. And the one that's on the floor to charge, it is charging, it does show a charging light, but it doesn't power on. So because I need to sort this out as soon as possible, because so far there's 7 down. What I will do today is I will try to change the working screen from the broken ones to the ones that don't work. I did order replacement parts, but I'm afraid that it's going to take quite a while until they get here, and we really need this to be working. So I did open maybe about a year ago one of these tablets that had a broken display. The digitizer was intact. I don't know how they managed to break the display, or I don't know how the display managed to get broken without a single touch on the digitizer. I did order from China a display which I thought it was compatible, even though it's a simple display. I don't know exactly the specifications, but I tried to buy one that was similar to what I had. The problem is that when I put that display is completely rotated, so rotated according to the digitizer. So if you click here, it's going to actually click on the display here. I tried everything possible. I couldn't manage. The driver that they're using is very simple. I know there's some drivers that can be edited, and you can invert the X and Y axis. I couldn't do it myself. I did ask on different Discord group. Nobody gave me working solutions, and I put that on the side. The problem is the displays for this are really expensive. I paid like 90 pounds for, I mean, not me, but my company is going to pay about 90 pounds for one of those displays, even though it's a very, very simple display. Hopefully the displays that are coming are going to work. But like I said, because I don't have time to investigate the no power one and the other two that seem to be intact, I thought the fastest way for me is to use the working displays on the known good digitizers. So let's get back to work. Probably I'm going to shut up and I'm going to try to speed up the video, because this is a lot of work. Like I said, I did open one of these before, and there's a lot of screws and there's a lot of ribbon cables and there's a lot of things that you need to take out in order to reach the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put some sellotape on the broken digitizer, so I don't get all this glass on my table, because I don't want this to get inside and scratch the display. And then I'm going to proceed with opening up the tablet and literally transplanting the display in the case that has the good digitizer. And let's go to work. Short break. It does seem like there's some screws that are smaller. Most of them are quite long, but I'm going to mark it down just not to forget about it. 25 minutes only to take the board out. There's a lot of screws. Back to work. After 35 minutes, we managed to reach the display. Now we have to try and take the display out without breaking it, because this is a working display. And then we have to go ×2, because I have to open up the other one, everything together. This is already hurting my back, so let's crack on. Thank you for being here. Were we lucky? I can only hope that we were lucky. I didn't hear any cracks. But I do see some odd reflections in this area. Let me see if the camera can pick it up. Well, let's see, maybe it's just... I think we managed to crack this one. Well, at least we tried. Let's get on with the other one. Luckily we have displays that will that are on their way from China. Or maybe the display was cracked when the digitizer died and it wasn't visible. Maybe it wasn't visible because, like I said, the digitizers are literally smashed. Because I find it very hard to believe that I managed to cause this. Either way, let's crack on. I'm gonna see if I can try the display. At least this way I will know. Let me see if I can find a way to somehow put it together briefly. Right. It wasn't looking like that when I checked the tablet, so I can only assume that I'm the culprit for cracking this screen. Alright, let's open another one. Back to work. Because I broke the first screen and I don't want the same thing to happen, I'm gonna try a different approach, meaning that I'm gonna try to pry it slowly from underneath, and I'm gonna try to use the hot air station at the same time in order to loosen up the glue, and hopefully we're gonna take this this screen without breaking it like it happened with the previous one. So let's give it a go, see what happens. If I break the screen, I'm just gonna stop, because it's not gonna help anyone if I keep breaking the screens. Right, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna take quite a while. I can only try and be patient with it. So my hot air station is set to 160 degrees, 100% airflow. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so there is a bit of heat in the glass itself. Let me try to find the playing card. Maybe I'll have more luck with that. Give me a second. I think I found something better. Part of a screen opening kit or something like that. Well, let's see how this goes. I swear to God, in the other screen, the glue was here. Now it seems to be on this edge. So So this time I didn't hear any cracks or pops or blemishes. Can't see anything on the screen, so hopefully this is working. Should we try it like we done with the other one? Or just trust our process? I think we should try it. Alright, so have the power light. Seems like we were successful in removing the screen. Let's see how successful we are putting it in in the new digitizer case. Right. I'm pretty sure you won't believe what I need to do next. I need to open another tablet and swap the screen. I'm not gonna keep you here. I'm just gonna pause the video, and probably I'm gonna start recording when I'm putting the tablet together, just for us to have another pair of eyes in case I missed something. Because you see, there's tons of screws, tons of sticky tapes, and all sorts of stuff like that. So back in a second. While taking the screws out from the back of a tablet, I did have an idea, because when you take so many screws out, you start thinking about things, and you come up with different ideas. So I said, instead of me going through this whole ordeal of taking the screen out from apparently a good tablet, because the digitizer is in one piece, just the display doesn't come on. So let me see if if the tablet displays anything on the HDMI port, because it had a micro HDMI. So let's try it together, because if the image comes on the HDMI port, maybe it's an easier fix than replacing the whole screen, and there's no point in throwing a good screen if it's just not displaying. So tablet is connected to the microscope. Let's go into the microscope, see if we have anything. Still waiting. Think it already booted, because as far as I remember, when the light goes off, the tablet is already booted. So I can hear the boot sound. Right. Before I do anything, I'm gonna actually have a look at the screen cable. Maybe the problem is there. Maybe it was dropped and the screen came off. Hopefully it's gonna save us some time. Right. Still 4 more screws to go. I don't know if this is a coincidence, but unlike the other two tablets that I already opened up, this sticky tape that's supposed to keep the, let me see if I can zoom in a bit. That's supposed to keep the display connector closed, is not stuck on top of the display connector. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna unplug the display connector, plug it back in, and we're gonna give it another go before we open the tablet. I don't know the reason why I didn't show anything on the HDMI. And also, I don't know if you guys can see, but it does seem like this tablet has some, I don't know, probably is the grease from, either way, it doesn't look like the rest of them. It seems to be very dirty. I don't know what they've done here. Maybe this tablet was not working and they refurbished it somehow. But let's give it a go. Fingers crossed. Let me turn my microscope on because I want to show you something. Right. Microsoft decided to stop working, probably because I unplugged the cable and OBS lost connection with it. But either way, what I wanted to show you under the microscope is that this ribbon cable has a kink here, so I don't know if that could be the cause. Again, I have doubts because it should have worked on the HDMI, but it didn't. So it's either that, or we couldn't see it on HDMI. I need to figure out a way. Yeah, I need to figure out a way on how to have an HDMI active for testing purposes. Alright. Let's plug it back in. Let's see what's going on. I'm pretty sure this tablet was opened before, not by me definitely, because all these things here, they seem like they've been opened before. So I don't know what to say, because they did come as brand new. Alright, so the light came on. Let's see if we have any image on it. This tablet is a bit different than the others, because even the tapes that are inside are a bit thinner than the rest of them. So yeah, don't think we have any joy. It's interesting because it's no backlight, nothing. Is like the screen is dead. The tablet is coming on though. don't know if you heard the Windows logo sound. I do have the other screen that I know it's working, so I'm thinking in testing the board. I don't know how to do it without breaking the screen, but yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna change the screens because I really don't have time to investigate what the fault is with this one. I need at least 1 or 2 tablets repaired, so I'll be back once I fit the new screen. After I take this one out, I'm gonna test it with the other board that I know the board is working, and I did test the other screen that was working. So back in a minute. Right. Sorry, quick stop. Now, after I took this band off, I can see how crimped the antenna is. I'm starting to believe more and more that this tablet was opened before and fixed, so maybe that's why we have the screen issue. Just curious about the other one with the dim screen, because this is not in place. This is not in the right place. According to the other 2 tablets that I opened, my memory is not that good in order to remember how the third one was. They seem to have extra sticky tape around here. There's also fingerprint marks on this bit here. So again, I firmly believe that this tablet was opened before. Was the reason? I don't know, but it wasn't me. Quick update. I did try the screen with the other motherboard that was working, so no image. Again, proof that this tablet was worked. More proof that this tablet was worked on. I found under the board 2 very thick pieces of thermal pads. They were around this area. But like I said, everything seems like it's been opened before. This is already crooked. This wasn't stuck in the right place. This is a bit crooked. So definitely this motherboard, this tablet was worked on. I don't know why they put this much this thick thermal pads under the board, and just remembered and noticed that also on top of the heatsink had these 2 sponges, probably to press down, and I don't remember seeing them on the other ones. Oh, I'm actually mistaken, even the other ones have them. But yeah, I don't, it's the first tablet that I've opened from this model that I saw the thermal pads underneath. So I'm gonna pause the video, take the screen out. I'm gonna use the other motherboard that I know it's working. I'm not gonna use this one, because I don't know the reason why they use the thermal pads underneath. Maybe the board is bent, maybe the CPU has cracked solder balls, I don't know. But I'm gonna use the non-working board in order to avoid any kind of issues. See you in a bit. So what I've done here, I tested the second board to make sure there's no problem with the board, so now I can call that display as being dead. So the first bit was with the non-working board. I tried it, and this is with the board that came from the one that didn't have any display. So I just wanted to make sure that the board is working. What I noticed is there are some light sort of LED splatter probably when I bend the screen, because there's no way to take it out without bending it. When I bend the screen, probably something happened, but this won't affect the usage because they're mostly used on a white screen, so they should be right. All right, now I know I have 2 working boards. The display is in position, so I'm gonna proceed with putting everything back together. I'm not gonna keep you. I'm gonna pause the video and carry on after I finished putting everything back together. Moment of truth. Managed to partially put it together. Tedious. I started 10 o'clock in the morning. Is 20 past 1. 20 past 1, and partially made one. It's so long, so many screws, so many cables that you need to position correctly, otherwise... Oh, come on. It shows that I'm tired. I forgot to plug the display cable, Jesus. Right, let me quickly plug the display cable. Luckily I thought about it because I was like just about to throw it out the window. um, honestly, my heart did skip a bit. So I wasn't expecting no picture. And I was like, what happened now? Come on. Right, so we have picture. I just want to see the display working because, like I said, on a previous tablet that I worked, I still have it in my garage. I put a display which I thought it was compatible, but everything is like upside down. So I just want to see the touchscreen working. I'm pretty sure there's a bit of dirt on the screen or under the screen. Fortunately, I don't have a clean room. The reason I don't want to do tablets is because I cannot have a clean room to do displays. Yeah, let's see. I am knackered, by the way, because I was working last night. I did come home quite late. Hopefully this is not gonna take forever. I still need to tidy up my room because everything is a mess. It's like still have 2 open tablets and parts and screws and thermal paste and everything is here. It looks like a mess. Come on, hurry up. Ooh, display working. Nice. Right. Something doesn't add up, but yeah. Let's see what we have. See the skin blemishes, the light blemishes that I told you. I don't know how they are. That shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, good. So the touchscreen seems to be working. Let me power it off and close this one up. I'm not going to keep you any longer. Can only thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'm not going to film the rest of them because it's going to be pretty much the same thing. Hopefully once I'm done with these tablets, I'm going to stop for today anyway, because like I said, I'm knackered. Tomorrow probably I'm going to make another one. Hopefully I will come with also a transplant on a gaming laptop. Again, thank you for watching. If you like the video, just hit a like and a slight comment. See you next time. Cheers.